I told you while I was in the higher institution, I was the prayer band secretary. I was IBTC, Inductive Bible Training Center secretary. I was preparing the Bible study. At the same time, I was the prayer band secretary. And one day we sat down, go out fishing, go and win a soul, win somebody. And I sat in front of my house. I saw people going for Kegite meeting. You know Kegite? Palm wine drinkers. If you pass through the institution, you know them. Palm wine drinkers association. And I saw somebody there. He was, hey. So I said, young man, come. He came. I began to preach to him. I preached to him. And I said, come. He came to my room. He knelt down. I laid hands on him. He became a believer. And we sat, we talked. I said, you should join me on Sunday. He joined me Sunday evening, 3 p.m. We went to Bible study. So the service, the Bible study, we settled down. I led him. He became so committed. The next year, those who are in leadership were about passing out. And they're about to give positions to all those who had occupied position at the lower cadre, but they're uplifting them. So everybody, because I was always ministering, and God was helping us a bit, there were a few manifestations here and there. You know, few manifestations. So if I'm ministering, the place is packed. God was helping me gradually. So everybody knew or thought I would be the next president. In a corner of my mind, I knew, but I acted like I didn't want it. I said, I'm okay with prayer secretary. They said, no, who else is here? It's you. Who else is here? And they announced the president. It was the brother I led to Christ 1 year ago that was going to take palm wine that became president. You see, in my mind, Satan said, if you had known, you would have let this go and just drink your palm wine and go to hell. I'm being honest. That's what went through my mind as a human being. So people gather up because when they announce your position, they carry you up from your seat. So people gather around my seat when they announce president. People gathered around my seat to carry me. A lot of them, when they announced president, everybody was quiet. It was that brother. You could see grumbling. People, because they said they prayed and this is what God told them. If you see grumbling, I heard people say, this is not God. No way. This is not, no. I said, shh. I said, I told you guys I don't want. I told you guys. But in my heart, I said, if we come out of this hall today, somebody's head will roll. I will drop this thing for them. I'm not. So they said, okay, maybe they want you to be the vice and the rest. They were telling me, I said, I don't want vice. They announced the vice. It was another sister. That sister, to me, if we had to give an award, is the most troublesome sister. She's very brief, very summarized. But very loud-mouthed. She was vice. Everybody was quiet. They mentioned prayer band. The prayer band I was managing. Prayer band leader was managing. They took it again. They gave somebody. At least leave that one for me, even if you hate me so much. They gave somebody. They now said that they prayed and the Lord told them that the prayer band and the IBTC should not be together. The Inductive Bible Training Center, the person that prepares the write-up, the bulletin for the Bible study. I was handling the two. They took that one again. They gave somebody. Finally, they now called head usher. They gave me. I started looking. What did I do to warrant head usher? So they gave me usher. What? Thank you. Whether it's because during message I used to stand a lot, I don't know. And they gave that to me. And guess what? When they called all of us to kneel down to pray, I knelt down with one knee. Because in my heart I was like, what is this? I got home, my room was filled with brethren. They were angry. Some say, well, I'm gone. No, I'm switching fellowship. This one say, I'm not going again. This one say, this leadership, no way. That boy, That boy, when did he repent? He cannot be my president. He cannot be my president. Never. They say, Brother Johnson, Alpha, are you still going there? I say, I will go. You are going where? No. I was there. I was head usher. We delegate people here to stand. At the end, submit attendance to this brother who was on his way to drink palm wine. I did all that. We got out of school. Some years later, I was preaching, invited to preach in Lagos. So they came and received me with convoy of cars, received me with security. But as I entered the car, somebody called me a name that they used to call me only in school. You know, there's a way you speak in tongues, they name you after that tongues. Yeah. They did that in our school. So he called me, that in my turn. Behold, it was my former president in campus. In this church I was invited to preach. He was now the chief protocol. And he came to receive me. He had added so much weight. His stomach had come out. He had looked big. So I said, wait, Presido. He said, yes, sir. I said, hold my Bible. He had my Bible. He said, thank you, Apostle. He had my Bible and he was following me everywhere. I will drop my handkerchief on the floor, he will pick it. I will throw it on the floor, he will pick it. I said, Presido. I was preaching on the altar. I would drop things, he would pick them. I would drop it. So I noticed the people were looking somehow. I said, you people leave us. Focus on my preaching and leave whatever I'm doing. He understand, I understand. He will pick it up, he will smile, he will give it to me. I will tap it and say, bless you, boy, bless you. The second day I told them the story. I said, serve God, follow God. I told them the story. I said, this thing I'm doing now to him, he was doing it to me in campus. I led him to the Lord. I gave him mic. He said, it's true. I laid hands on him. He said, it's true. He became a leader. One day he insulted me. I wanted to remind him that I led you to Christ. In the midst of others, other ESCO, he abused me. Ushers were misbehaving. He insulted. I was just looking at his mouth. I was saying in my mind, palmy mouth. God, that's what life is. In your office, don't be envious of that lady because you are older. By virtue of her position, she's your boss. Humble yourself.